Alright, streaming. Why not? It was fun last night. Though I suppose I better tweet. It was fun last night. Oop. And there we go. Let's see. You'd think I'd do this ahead of time. All right. Dinosaurs. Cool. All right, what do we want to do? We want to draft, right? Obviously. We'll let a few more people join, and then we'll fire up a draft. How's everybody doing tonight? My 5 favorite friends are here, it seems. Morning indeed. Hey, Cybrin. Morning, guys. Good evening. So we'll get in this queue here in just a minute. I just wanted to say hey. I'm gonna stream for a little while, and then I'm gonna probably watch the rest of the basketball game I've been wanting to watch. Yeah, late night drafts are probably the best. I agree. And we're gonna do one now. It should be fun. I just did another video for CFB, which was kind of cool. I heard rumors about what happened on Magic TV tonight. Boo. I felt a disturbance in the value force at the time they were doing it, too. So brutal. Oh, I heard it. Oh, I heard it. It was terrible. All right, let's get in this queue. Maybe we can win a draft. I'll probably just do one, win, lose, or draw. We'll see. Maybe I'll tilt enter another one if we get a crappy one and lose right away. But what? They got a tabernacle? Oh my god. That's like the worst thing that could happen. Now more people are going to think it's okay. Yeah, Cybrin, they cracked packs, and not just any packs, man. They cracked packs of legends. Full-on legends packs. No draft. Now, Not that I want to condone the behavior, but drafting Legends isn't really an option. It's really not. There's not a lot better to do with packs of Legends. Oh, is it Caracas? All right, well, that's a lot better than a Tabernacle. That's like hundreds of dollars difference. Let's see. This bad beast is $722 right now. Caracas from Legends is $150. So, yeah, not remotely. No, this isn't late for me at all, Clayton. I usually stay up till 2 or 3. And I'm usually drafting, but what I normally do is this. I watch basketball. But I figured I'd hang out with you guys. It'd be more fun. At least for a while. And then I'll probably go watch basketball. Now, apparently they cracked 2 of them. That's what I heard anyway. Tomorrow we're recording the LR episode. Boom! Sunscorch Regent. Get in. Get on the team, buddy. Welcome. Not much else here. I suppose Dromica Captain's going to go fairly early out of the next few picks, but I do like that guy. You bet, Invisible Voice. I'm happy to be here. Yeah, we're going to record the Modern Masters episode tomorrow. It's going to be a set primer. Not a full set review, but we're going to go over each of the archetypes. We're going to talk about sealed, and we're going to talk about some of the top cards for each archetype. So we're hoping you'll be, relatively prepared there. No, I have not drafted Tempest much, Russell. My schedule kind of didn't match up. Like, I went down to Wizards and did a draft of it so that I could write a column about it, and actually have something to say reasonable. And I did that. So that was sweet. And then I immediately went to Toronto, where I was there for the GP. I came home for literally one day, did 2 podcasts, a video, an article in one day, and then got on an airplane the next very early morning for New York/Atlantic City. I did that. And then I came home not that long ago. And I just felt like, God, do I really want to jump in these queues? Like, everybody's going to be better than me already. And like, I don't know. To be honest, I'm kind of on it. I'm just not, I don't know. I might jump in a few of them, but like now I just feel like maybe that ship has sailed. And I haven't really been hearing reviews that have made me think like I'm really missing out either. So, flattened 3rd pick. How did that happen? The music on my podcast, Eric, I actually have a guy do that music for me. Graham from Loading Ready Run recommended him. His name is Bradley Rains, and he's excellent. I hire him to do the music, and I'm really happy with what he's done. That's original music. He made that stuff up. I instructed him what I wanted, like how I wanted it to sound, and he did it. And then we kind of tweak it as we go through. Yeah, so I don't know. The guy's just great. Lightwalker, Butcher's Glee, Dutiful Attendant are both just okay. I was going to take the Lightwalker. I don't love that card, but I think it's all right. All right, white cards are done. I'll take this Butcher's Glee now. I kind of like that card. Things are falling apart. This happens every time, by the way. Yeah, Bradley's great. Because it's a touchy thing to make music for podcasts because of the way that licenses work. You have to pay a lot of money because you're going to be using it over and over and over again to get the right kind of license. And so when you hire somebody, they need to know how that's all going to work. And so it was pretty great to be able to work with Bradley because he has it set up so that you can actually reasonably get something done there. Could be interesting. I don't think I'm going to take the Wanderings here. Yep, Modern Masters 2 reviews this week. It's not full set review, though. Do you get MTGO working on a Mac? I've not been able to do it on Boot Camp. I do. I don't use Boot Camp, though. I use Parallels. Do I pay him in Magic cards? No, I pay him in money. And he earns every penny of it, too. He does great work for us. That's part of the, just one of the great things about having the Patreon and being able to be independent like that is that I can do that kind of thing. Maybe I should talk really quiet so that Kingslayer's wife doesn't wake up. You were just streaming. I was just watching you. I got bored after you left. I suppose it's like 3 in the morning on the East Coast. Strida. All right, well. Yeah, there's some decent green. I'll keep my eye on it. Picking like this really screws up my signals. One way to look at it. I'll take a pacifism here. I think it's probably better just to stay in more white here just in case I end up going in a different direction. I know I want to be white. It's not that late. It's only like 3 something. Is there a grave color in that pack I just didn't see? Let's see here. Another pacifism. These packs have been sweet. Ukud Cobra, Sandcrafter Mage. I really want to veer towards white though. We've really only got Flatten. I don't necessarily want to be in there. Yeah, I just didn't see it. I don't think I would have picked it anyway. Ukud Cobra is sweet though. Yeah, whatever. Orator, Champion, Sadist. Nothing. Ugh, these champions are getting pretty sketchy, but I think that's what I'm going to take. Maybe I just take a Center Soul. I'm not a really big fan of that card. I'll take Champion. Yeah, it might have been worth the risk. I don't know. Like, the thing is, I have Flatten, which is great, and Butcher's Glee, which is just okay. But if I can manage to just pick a whole bunch of good white cards, like I just went pacifism to pacifism, then, maybe I could even veer off in the last pack here, or, I've got 2 good blue cards also. They're not as good as my black cards, but they're, they're around there. Profound Journey. What do you do again? I get something back? I'm going to take that here, actually. I might just need to grind. Charger or a second Lightwalker? I think I actually just like Charger. It's a little more boring, but I think it's good. And I'll take a sideboard card away from somebody, or maybe for us. Lucky enough to meet you at GP Chicago, and I obviously enjoyed Limited a great deal, but I was wondering if you have a preferred constructed format to play. I used to like Modern a lot, but I haven't been playing it as much lately. I've been playing more Standard because I keep having to help my friends test, and it helps me sharpen up for the booth too. How do you get into Modern if you're just getting back into Magic? You don't. I know it sucks to say that, but Modern is big, and it is tough to get into, mainly just financially. It's just a very expensive format, and if you don't have the cards... Look, you don't need to have every card in Modern. That's You don't need that, but you do need to have a certain base level of cards to be able to build at least a couple of different decks, you know, to try them out. You don't want to just get stuck in one deck forever. And just to get to that base level, it's going to be pretty expensive. I don't think Modern's really stale, but... Eric, that's a great question, and it's one that I've really struggled with. I made the top 8 of a PTQ, in fact, last season, and found myself in the draft, like, actually questioning whether I wanted to win in the top 8, which I know is a silly thing. And I did try. I just didn't win, but I'm in a weird position just because, like, if I went to the Pro Tour, I would just be losing a lot of money. I know that sounds lame, but it's true. All right, well, Valorous Stance or Reach of Shadows. I mean, Reach is, I think, a slightly better card, but it does look like we're going to end up being in black, but still, it's really just for flatten at this point. I could even take Sandstep Mastodon and just go white-green. I mean, the Mastodon is nasty. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know it sucks, Sir Gatus, but the money thing is definitely the case for Modern as well. Yeah, I was surprised they didn't reprint Serum Visions as well. Did I hear that I'm banned from the Command Zone? I certainly hope that's not true. I really like going on that show, and I like those guys. Yeah, if you have friends with card collections like Puppy Duck says, that's true. All right, I need to make a decision here. All right, fine, I'll take Valorous Stance. Let's see. Outcast Rats Executioner. Take Sandstep Outcast. Heel Cutter's the best card here. What does Lotus Eye Mystics get back? Do I have anything? I could get back a Pacifism, maybe. Yeah, whatever, I'll take it. I think it's a little better than... What's it called? Muck Draggers? What the muck? Oh, but there's also another Sandstep Outcast. I guess I just take that. I love Sig Muck Draggers, but we've already got a Profound Journey, which can do a pretty good job of that. And Sandstep Outcast is just the nut. The nut. Construct is decent in this deck. Could also just take Noxious Dragon. You guys like Stance better? Yeah, I think it's close. That's obviously what I ended up taking. James! Hey, dude. Looking forward to dinner. Oh, that's what you meant? That's funny. I haven't listened to that episode yet, but I will. I really like Noxious Dragon, but I don't know if I want to play double black in this deck. It's still probably worth the chance that happens. Soul Summons, Scoured Barons, or even a Jeskai Barricade. Could have a really light splash here if I want. Yeah, I'm going to try out the Barricade, actually. I haven't played much with it. I thought it was going to be super sweet when I first saw it, and I guess it's actually not super sweet, but it's still kind of cool. The hell? I just randomly got bumped in the Knighted? That was funny. Let's see here. Yeah, whatever. Oh, the Doc. What's up, dude? How is things? How be things? Yeah, I think two pacifisms with Mythic is good. What's James up to? Is this my first raid? I don't actually know what's happening right now. So yes. We needed you during... I know, I couldn't believe it. I felt a disturbance, and I don't. Yeah, we might actually be mono white, Jen. Can actually do it. Flatten's overrated anyway, right? That puts us at 21. What could I do here? I could play a Hero's Blade, which is a horrifically costed card. Worth. What is happening? Who cuts flatten? That's a good idea. Doc says that you're at fault, James. I tend to agree. Oh, fun. This is better without a hat. That doesn't look right, does it? Just random flatten, and I just run like 5 or 6 swamps for it. Dude, where's my buddy? Oh, Worth, I got the game queued up here. I don't actually know who won, so nobody's saying anything yet, but check it out. Moskov, well, he's actually goaltending right here, but I was watching part of the game. I am on Team Cavs. I am hoping that they win now. You know, I have no idea what I should do here. I could do this. That stupid Hero's Blade. It does make, like, my junky creatures better. And it gives me a place to dump a bunch of mana late. And cut the flatten. Can also just put both of these in, which I think is fine. I'd run 5 or 6 swamps to make this happen. This would come out. Probably look something like that. Maybe even just like that. Yeah, that seems okay, I guess. I'm actually interested in running this Hero's Blade. I know it's bad, but I've got 2 Sandstep Outcasts, and this thing makes those 1/1 tokens like pretty beastly. I'm actually going to play it. This is like the first time I've ever played that stupid card. I think I'm going to go like this. Alright, so Moto says 15-2. I think I want to do 11-6. I don't need... I just need 8 planes to make my deck work, plus lands. My mana is just unreal good. I'm going to get caught up on the chat in a second. All right, there's our deck. All right, what are you guys talking about? Go Hawks? No, we're not saying go Hawks. We're saying go Cavs here. Yeah, I'm throwing Heroes Blade in there. Flatten is still a good flatten dock. I could not agree more. And we are actually running Profound Journey. I want to give it a shot. I could cut it for Channel Harm. I'm running the Butcher's Glee. I like that card. Yeah, I'll be in Vegas, Yanni. I'll see you there. Am I on the WotC whitelist? Yeah, totally. You should join it. Suboptimal. Whatever. You gonna try to get in a coverage draft? Yeah, if we do them. Thank you, Jen. We got there. I'm still catching up to the chat, but yeah, we figured it out. Keep flat and cut Journey. Yeah, I want to run Journey. Did I catch Channel Fireball Crew cracking that Legacy packs? Yes, I did. Heroes Blade Sunstriker. Hey, Johnny Vengeant. What's up, dude? I'm assuming you're a dude. I don't actually know. All right, let's get to the point here. Maniac, I just wanted to say thanks for drafting. It's late for me. It's true. Oh, Australians. I love Australians. Australians are the nut. Have I played Modern Masters 15? No, I haven't. Sometimes I get to play the set a little bit early if I'm going to work on a column about it and Wizards wants me to write it, so I'll get to go down there and they'll set up a thing where I get to do a draft. It's usually 4 or 5 days before it comes out. It's not like some ridiculous thing. But no. Oh, you're Australian? I didn't even know you're Australian, Johnny. This is the same as Johnny Vengeant from the subreddit, right? LeBron was a big deal in high school? That's an understatement. How much Commander will be at the GP? Well, a ton of it. How many Modern Masters drafts do I want to do? Well, if it's anything like how many I did of the original Modern Masters, it's going to be a ton. I did a lot of those. Burned a bunch of money. Puppy Duck's also Australian? This is great. This is just the Australian stream. Last night it was the Germans, now it's the Australians. I'm in. I like it. Battle of Zendikar. I think it's called Battle for Zendikar. I certainly haven't drafted it yet. No, as a contractor with Wizards, I'm out of the loop as far as that stuff goes. I get to see the stuff that guys do, and I kind of like it that way, actually. Station in Germany? Nope, doesn't count. Oh no, can't go to the GP because somebody flaked on your hotel? That's terrible. Yeah, no, I know how these things work. I could still lose money. Oh man, that stupid sign-off compilation. That was something I did as part of the Kickstarter, and it took me forever to go get all of those sign-offs and get them all lined up and get the right amount of space between them. But people really dug it. I was glad I did it. Balrox is from Germany. Schönen guten Morgen. Do you think the big 3 Eldrazi will be? I have no idea. Iceland. Cool. Sweden represent. Man, we are super international. At least get into bed. Oh, I have to go to work, Wagner? I'm sorry. Hey, look. Magic. So what am I doing here? Obviously we draw both swamps. That's just too good. Alright, that's fine. That's just too good. Yeah, just hammered on for the black splash. By the way, I turned on that, what is it called? The delay shrinking thing. So hopefully that's a little better. I would say just play. If you open a great pool, I don't know. My opinion on it's a little different. I don't know for sure exactly how the rules and everything interact, but in my mind, if you open a pool at the GP, that's not your pool. I don't know why people think that they should just get up and walk away with it. It's just, you're opening it for somebody else. It's just not yours. The one you get handed is yours. If you want to walk away with that, that's fine. But I just feel like people that just get up and leave, it's not like stealing or something on that level. You did pay and you're getting product, but it's just, I don't know. I find that really strange. I don't like it that people just get up and leave. It feels like they're taking somebody else's deck, and even if the other person gets one anyway. I think it should be against the rules, but it's probably not enforceable. Yeah, justice.hand. Yeah, let's play the Herald, I guess. This works pretty well for me. If he attacks, I get to attack, and I can still block next turn. Yeah, if they open a foil go, I mean, I'm not saying I don't understand why somebody would open up a few $100s and walk away, but I still don't like it. Boom. It's our bomb. Yeah, I mean they're allowed to do that. Like there's no question about that. What they're doing is not illegal. They're certainly allowed to do that. This much is known. I think I'll just rumble here. I'm fine trading Butcher's Glee off for this Warbringer if my opponent wants to block. And they do not. So I'm just going to play, I think, this thing. Could also just pass and leave Butcher's Glee up. It looks a little awkward, though, because they'll know I have something. I could also just equip, though I would have done that pre-combat. Yeah, I'm going to play the Outcast. If I knew for sure that my opponent was just going to dash in something huge and I could get value from Butcher's Glee, I would do that. But I am not convinced that that's the case. And I have a sweet block on the Guardian Shield Bearer. Ooh, this turn could get ugly. All right, no, that was it. Okay, well, that's fine. My opponent's attacks aren't even very good here. I do take a decent chunk of damage, though. Am I looking for mods for the channel? I don't know. Do I need them? What time is it? It's 12:30. It's 12:40 in the morning. That's a beating. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not saying that we need to get up in arms about it or whatever. I get it. I'm just saying, I just think it's kind of lame myself. Rare drafting? No, I see rare drafting significantly different. It's going to be the best Jeskai barricade ever. Morning, Donkers. What's my day job? I don't have one. I just do magic stuff and poker. Oh, sure. I'll make you a mod. Just all right. The world's largest Lotus Eye Mystics. You know, I don't know if I need any mods at all. But you've been very helpful in the past to Johnny. I appreciate that greatly. What just happened? We hunted the week? Alright. Now all I need is that, what's it called, spell? The get 2 things back spell, and I'll be good to go. Captain, my captain. We're just playing this Hero's Blade like a fiddle. Volcanic Rush. Ooh, that was a good draw. All right, we figured it out. So our opponent's quite aggressive. We definitely want channel harm. Surge kills enough stuff, so we want that. Hey, you have a different name, Johnny. Yeah, the chat does seem classy. Have I prepared for Modern Masters yet? No, I've done a few practice sealeds. They're like fake sealed pools. And just looked over the spoiler. That's about it. I haven't done a ton. So what's really bad against this deck that we're playing against? None of our cards are terrible against it, I don't think. Cut Journey for these more potent things that are more, that'll do things right now. Yeah, it looks fun to play, I think. I mean, I haven't drafted it, so I can't say for sure. It might be lame. It's probably great. By the way, Hero's Blade was sick that game. We flooded and it did great work. I think I'm going to cut it here, though. It's pretty slow against a deck that can put up as much heat as that guy. Oh, I'm commentating the GP. I'm pretty excited about it, too. Of course you can. Fish Crab. I like that name. Oh, that's an easy keep, I suppose. Consider the rock for a minute, but I don't care if this thing gets twin bolted anyway. What is that? Hardened Berserker? Sure, that's fine. Let's rumble. Yeah, I have invited many people to the clan. There's no doubt about that. Looks like he really wants to cast something on 5 here a little early. But I'm going to go ahead and trade off here. What do you got? What 5-ball you got for us? Feral Krushock? It's not that great here, to be honest. Kind of has to block, right? Wahaha. Yeah, they're over 7,000. How good is Territorial Rock? It's very mediocre. How does it compare with Updraft Elemental? About the same. They're both pretty bad. You don't really want to run them if you can avoid it. What could this thing be? A Tarka Ifrit? We don't care. Engage in battle. What's up, Draft Elemental? Indeed. You're going to be wearing... Oh, are you the one that has that sweet hoodie that I took a picture of? So jealous. Alright, what is this dumb thing? It is a Tarka Freet. Alright, well, it kills a flyer and then he's trade. Whatever. I guess he could just kill... That doesn't make any sense. What is this? What? This is good for us. What round are we in? We're in the first round. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, he blocked and then... Oh, man, and then if I had a combat trick, I'd just destroy him. I can see why he decided to do that after the fact. He wants to keep it up so that he can regenerate Dragonsguard Bear. Morph. All right, well, he's ahead now. What? What in the world? Why would you scoop? We were going to hit him for a total of 1 damage or 2 damage that turn. Let's see what we would have drawn. Sandcrafter, Sky Captain. Wow, we were drawing okay, though. All right, fine, we do win, but that was weird. Wow, and everything's already done. Jeez, this is insane. Yeah, you guys got to see a picture of that hoodie. That thing was sweet. I have one. I have it on my phone somewhere. Was that you? Did you ever answer? What was your name? Jacob Birch. Yep, it was you. Hoodie. It was so sick. He's got this like. I think you said your friend made it for you for your birthday or something. I can't remember, but that hoodie, I was jealous. I use Parallels to run it on here. Yeah, if we keep this up, we can do another draft. Yes, I run Parallels Desktop to run it. Windows is in this little box here, and everything else is Mac. Yeah, that early scoop is... you will not... You know, we talk on the podcast about never concede. Well, that's one of those spots. They told me that the Channel Fireball video for last week was actually accidentally a rerun. So that's why they took it down. That's what they said. Hey, Aber. Yeah, Windows 7 on Parallels. You want to see our deck? Well, you'll see it in a second. We drafted white. We're actually almost mono white. We're splashing for 2 black cards. Yeah, I'll keep this. Lands one time. You're right. I don't think we covered in detail about not scooping when you're actually... I think we were slightly ahead there, but when you were arguably ahead. Barricade. All right, so land here, and we're in decent shape. Whoop! Yeah. We did it. I'm going to lead off with Sandstep Outcast because I can make a 1/1 flyer that Dromica Dunecaster can't tap, and because the Outcast can attack through it. And then, if we don't draw a land, I get to play Sandcrafter Mage and turn this into a 2/2 flyer, which is a real magic card. There is extended coverage for the GPs, the ones in the States. There's coverage at all of them, but there is extended coverage for all of that you see there. And it is going to be me, Randy, and GCB on the WotC team. I have a very good idea of who's going to be on the Channel Fireball team, but they're still sorting it out on their end, so I don't want to say anything just in case something were to change. But I have a pretty good idea of who's there too, and it looks cool, looks promising. All right, I'm just going to go with Abzan Sky Captain here. And Rumble. I might bounce the Outcast for value. That's also possible. All right, Yoni, we'll see you. Is it Yanni or Yoni? I don't actually know. But at any rate, we will see you. Yep, do not care about this Dromica Captain. I'm going to flatten it at some point. But the fact that it's tapped is quite good for us. Yeah, I don't care about that either. Well, I wanted lands and we got lands, so let's craft some sands here, put the counter on the Spirit. Whoop. And engage in the ancient art of battle. Yanni. All right, Yanni, we'll see ya. Oh, Yoni. All right, Yoni, we'll see ya. Yeah, GCB is great. Thank you, Oni Spumoni, for telling me how to pronounce Yoni. That was well played. All right, so that thing's rumbling. I wonder if I do just want to pick up the Sandstep Outcast here. I think so. Gives me yet another flyer in the air, which seems to be an issue for our opponent. And I don't think that Sandcrafter Mage getting picked up is great because the counter has got to go on that. So I'll just block. Oh, perfect. Scale Blessing is going to kill that, but then we just get to untap and flatten that thing. Hero's Blade. Could Hero's Blade and Sandstep Outcast. That would be interesting. I could also just flatten the Whisperer and crunch. Let's see, I would be hitting for 2, 4, 6. I think the Hero's Blade will do a fine job of that later. I think I just want to flatten this Captain, actually. Could also just ignore it. I don't particularly care about it. I'm hitting for 4 in the air, 4, 8, 12, 16. I guess that thing does get kind of out of hand. I'll flatten it. There's draws that I don't want my opponent to have where I'd prefer to have a flatten, but I've got 2 pacifisms and a Valor Stance floating around in the deck, and it feels like the way I lose that game is by letting the Captain get out of hand and, let this thing starts tapping stuff down and then it gets a little bit out of control. All right, how aggressive are you going to be? Do I win this fight right now? No, I don't. Land? Pacifism, not bad. Yeah, I guess I just play Hero's Blade. I can't equip it. If I could equip it, then I'd be alright. I'd get this thing up to 4, which would tie it. But my opponent is going to get to draw a card here, which is pretty annoying. And I can't pacify the Conifer Strider. Though I do get to just attack with Sandcrafter Mage here, which is pretty good. So yeah, this is fine, I guess. Do I ever force a color when drafting? Almost never. I mean, literal never? No, I have in the past, but it's pretty rare. All right, this should set up the win next turn, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so they got to draw something pretty sweet. And even if it's just a big blocker like that Sandstep Mastodon, then we can still deal with that. Soul Summon's probably not going to get the job done. Lucky Cheons. All right. Continuing on. Surge of Righteousness, no. Channel Harm, nah, not really that either. Mind Rot? Oh, what about Self-Inflicted Wound? You know, just kills whatever their worst thing is, and we're not going to be able to cast it on time often enough. I don't think it's worth it. I'd love to have Noxious Dragon, but I don't want to have to run more swamps, and it's a little sketchy as it sits. Yeah, I'm just going to run it back. What are you guys talking about? Oh, the hoodie. I'll just put it up here on this stream. Yes. How sick is this hoodie? It's Jacob Birch's hoodie. Look at that. That's the back. He had me sign it, and I was just like, can I just have it? It was his birthday present, so I didn't want to do that. Yeah, Aberdasher is a beast. I did finally get the t-shirts made, Jacob, so that was good. Yeah, that hoodie is just straight up gasoline. There's no doubt about that. So you're going to play an Orator, which has flying. Yeah, well, I guess I'll just play my highest power thing then. Oh, well, it's a good combo. I'm going to need to see a land. Otherwise, I will actually just blow the Butcher's Glee on Orator here if he blocks. Yeah, he's not having any of it. Hey, it's Tom Martell. I love me some Tom Martell. All right, land would be fine. Would accept the land. Sandcrafter Mage. Sandcrafter Mage lets me get in for a singular point of damage. If I attack without playing it, then I can only attack with Territorial Rock, which he will just simply take. I just need to find that land so I can flatten the Abzan Beastmaster, but yeah, this is getting a little ugly. It could get out of control. Since I don't really have much of an attack here, I'm just going to Sandcrafter, though, because that actually gives me a way to push through a point of damage. Oh, no, let's put this one. Martell, OP in real life, should also be OP in chat. All right. The window's closing. Hunt the week. Okay. All right, well, we got that. But the damage has been done to an extent here. It's not going to stop me, though. I'm just going to flatten this guy and ship. Alright, so we're both left. He's got 3 cards and 6 mana, and I've got 4 cards and 4 mana, so he's ahead of the curve there. This Orator is actually just doing kind of work. It's really annoying. I'm less excited about killing it now. If I attack with both, that does not work out well for me. All right. I'm just going to play the champ. Yeah, if you drew Dromoka, I'd be pretty bummed, but I think we're fairly stable here. It's aggressive. Let's see here. I'm going to block this Strider and not block the other guy. Maybe it's just a Territorial Rock on this Strider. Because this Orator is just holding back my whole squad here. All right, Center Soul. Sure. I don't know, maybe I do actually block with something better just to try to make Profound Journey better down the line. I'll have, you know, better stuff to get back. I guess I can still just be patient on that, though. So the Conifer Strider's getting in for 5 here either way. All right, I'll just attack with the Champ. Suppose I should just attack with both, though. I wouldn't mind being able to Butcher's Glee to kill this, so yeah, it works out. Alright, so this guy gets pro-white. But we're at parity as far as life total goes. Hi, beautiful Magic game. How are you? I like your name. That's pretty cool. Alright, going for the super sketchy, but pretty bulletproof here. I think it's just hard for us to get completely wrecked here because of Jeskai Barricade, and then even then Profound Journey just to start getting stuff back later. Artful Maneuver. Yeah, that gets the job done. Means we don't take any damage this turn, though. Do I want to barricade something back? I can barricade it back and make a 4-power champion. I think I'd rather just block and barricade next turn. Yeah, go ahead. We finally almost have blocks, but the pump spell is going to come off. I'm going to block. I'll barricade. I'll block with Sandcrafter, and then I'll barricade it back. Yeah, I might actually bring in Self-Inflicted Wound. I think we got all of the token makers. I wasn't going to bring it in, but it would have been good in the first game, and it looks like it would be good here. It's such a light splash for me, though, so that's kind of my concern. I want to get this Champion of Erishan big enough to block this. I'll just block like that. Maybe he'll even use a pump spell. God, he's got infinite. We do get kind of a blowout here, though, which is sweet. It's funny, my hand was Jeskai Barricade Profound Journey, and those are two spells I've never actually resolved in this format yet. I've never played Profound Journey, I just always cut it. And then the Barricade's a card that like I felt like I was going to be playing a lot, and I just never prioritize it, and I just basically almost never play it at all. It's weird. Okay. All right. Doing it. But I do think I want a Sandcrafter Mage onto this so that it can trade for that eventually. So I'm going to run that one out here first, and then I'll play Sandstep Outcast after. All right, the grind is on. Maybe I just rumble with this, actually. Because this thing's, one of these is going to get too big anyway. Yeah, hell with it. We're in. I didn't even think about that. I forgot that it could actually get by the Orator now. And plus I'm just gaining the 4. But this just plays around the Artful Maneuver, because if he wants to put it on the Scale Guards, I can't get through anyway. And I can just block the Scale Guards with the Barricade. And then I think I just take this. I don't think there's any great reason to do much. Maybe I just block with Sandstep Outcast on it. That gives me something to get back, something decent with Profound Journey next turn. And it's really not doing much anyway. Ow, that's awkward. I mean, I have pacifisms in the deck. Like it's not really a long-term issue, but the thing will smash me pretty good in the meantime, which is annoying, to say the least. All right. This draft has been sweet. I think I have 3 cards in my deck that I haven't even played ever. Which is not that many. I've drafted this format a ton. But I know what I like and I know what I don't. All right. So this guy crunches, which is fine. I think I just take it. I wish one of these other things would attack so I could just get the Outcast back again, but oh well. I will have to settle for a Territorial Rock. Different ideas on what those, yeah, whatever. Yes, I would like to play the spell. Appear here. There you are. Herald doesn't do much for me here, I don't think. Yeah, just give this vigilance and this vigilance. I think I'd still rather just have one extra blocker for this Sovereign. I'm going to need to find a pacifism here, which I have. All right, I think I can just hit with the team here, though. Attack, attack. Oh, no, with this guy and then these 2 flyers, I think I attack with those. There we go. That's fine, that's fine. Unless, of course, you have another pump spell. You don't. Sweet. All right. Sky Captain. And don't hit pacifism. Ooh, it's actually a creature. How does that work? Another first. may have turned the corner here. Can that Sovereign realistically still attack? No, it can't. Alright, Pacify. Yeah! Yeah! Whoop! That's how you play this game. Yeah! Just called it. Alright, so we're in the finals. Just calling my shots. Very easy game. Did I hit a creature off Soul Summons yesterday? Man, I'm on a heater. I was going to say it's not every day that happens, but apparently it is. Yeah, playing to my outs. I think we were ahead anyway, but... thanks, Uncle Worth. May your Cavs win. Just for that one. What are you guys talking about in the chat? What's going on over there? Oh yeah, we're tutoring stuff up. We're getting vampiric up in here. Pikachu fan. I thought it said Pakula fan. We'd have more in common. What's my favorite keyword? You mean like for creatures? What does Randy Bueller smell like? He smells fine. What is my favorite key? Like on a creature or whatever? Oh, hell yeah, I will, Kenyon. I don't care about the Warriors. I'm all about LeBron. Mad respect for that guy. There's a lot of people storm. Yorn is equip. I like that. Yeah, we'd like to play first. And just draw the stones. I mean, our curve and mana are both great, to be fair. You're a Pakula fan. Well, good. I am too. He asked me why I always rooted against him in the VSL. It was kind of a funny spot because I actually didn't mean to, but he kept playing against like Luis and Ifro, and those are my guys. Like I got to root for them. That's fine. Thing had unblockable anyway, it seems. Just going off. I'm kind of rooting for my opponent to have a Pyroclasm here, just because it would be like the most epic Pyroclasm in the history of all things Pyroclasm. Oh, cycling. I do like cycling. Have I watched the Warriors? Yeah, I've been watching them all year. I got League Pass. And I do agree with your assessment of Curry. He is completely ludicrous. Just in no way a normal human being. Barrage of Boulders, not in the format. Scouring Sands, not in the format. Sarkon's Rage. That is a painful removal spell for a 2/2 flyer. Basically, two of my creatures have had unblockable even though they died. Alright. Opponent played 3 spells. We played 5. Very easy game. Surge of Righteousness. Yes, I will take you. I think I do want the Profound Journey. Though I will say that it has not been very profound thus far. Our journey has been less profound than that. I did not see Curry's interview with his daughter. No, I've never played the Astro Slide deck before. I mean, I've played a deck with Astro Slide in it, but not the one you're talking about. Oh, we finally draw our good card. It's been a while. We actually haven't played this yet, have we? Humble Defector. Ship that thing over my direction. What is this? Map the Waste? Well, that probably makes me use my Jeskai Barricade here. Now it's saving 3 damage a turn. That's a lot. I wanted to save it so that I could save my Regent or do something tricky, but if it's going to prevent, 6 or 9 damage or whatever, then it's worth it. Especially because we kind of are looking for the long game here. I mean, we've got some pretty nice stuff going on here. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. That is a problem. So that can kill this, but it would kill this, so I'm not flipping that up. I guess I just have to pacify it. Ugh. Yeah, I guess he's miles away from being able to Sunscorch Regent anyway. I'll just pass. Yeah, Mrs. Sonics too. Yeah, I only have 2 black cards in the whole deck. It's basically a mono white deck. Oh, we're drawing cards. Oh, he's just going to kill the 2 things on the ground, obviously. All right. Okay. Well, I hope Sunscorch Regent is good enough then. Because he's not going to be able to kill that for a long time. Swamp's not the worst draw I've seen either. That means that Flatten is now and out. Just to get that thing out of the way, though. I do wonder if he can beat this anyway, because he has to kill this almost immediately. It's hard to kill. Like Draconic Roar doesn't kill it, that kind of stuff. And then if he does, we're just 2 lands away from just profoundly journeying it right back into play. Yeah, if he missed a land, I'm assuming he had one, and if he didn't, he found one off of the guy. What is my favorite keyword? I have no idea. Draw card, is that a keyword? Draw 2 cards? Alright, Epic Confrontation. So he's going to trade. Okay, well, we're back on the journey plan here, and now we can journey back Pacifism as well. Opponent has 5 friggin' cards. Wow, this is working out really well for them. Yeah, that's annoying. Sandcrafter Mage makes it a 3/3. I guess I'll have to play it. Doesn't really do a ton, though. I guess it does crack back decent, so that's fine. All right. Not too many bad draws left in our deck. Opponent somehow still has 5 cards in hand, though, so I feel like we're still not going to win, even after getting a 2-for-1 off a Profound Journey. Okay, sure. Mm-hmm. So Sarkon's Rage will probably take out the Regent, but he has to do it weird, right? Like, when can he actually do it? After I target something else? It gives me an opportunity to draw something sweet. Oh, flashback? I like that one. All right. I'll make you use your mana on this stupid Jeskai Barricade if you want to kill it. All right, it's a segmented Crotic, and we have a race on our hands, kids. So this is good news. So let's get Pacifism back. Yeah, because Sunstriker doesn't come back with a counter. I can bounce something, but that doesn't really do much, so we'll get that. Lock this thing down, and unfortunately we drew a land. So we hit for 5, he hits for 4. That's fine. Hang in there, buddy. Your only hope. Any creature is good for us. Uh-oh. Pinion Feast. Oh my god, that is super brutal. Yeah. Die in a fire, Valorous Stance. Alright. Go, little birdie, go. Ugh, that would have been sweet if we drew Valor Stance a turn before. Ooh. Lightning Shrieker deck? I will taste it. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to lose this one. Yeah, I wanted Stance the turn before. We saved the dragon, and then I think we're in good shape. Though saving the dragon might not get it done against a massive Ugin's Construct. Alright, Sarkon's Rage. Okay. Feel like we want Channel Harm here. Just because I can never have too many cards that I've never cast before, or don't remember casting. Yeah, taste it. I love that. That's my favorite emoticon thing ever. Ephro plays that emote like a fiddle. Alright, what do we got? Surge, Blade, no creatures? Whatever. You got plenty of those. Self-inflicted wound. Did I really want that? Yeah, I probably did. I don't know. The black is really tough on that card. That's the thing that I don't like, is that you kind of need it when you need it. And we draw the nuts. That's right. This has been the sweetest draft ever. Get to play all these dumb cards I've never messed with. Am I going to draft again? No, I don't think I will. I'll probably just call it a night, watch the basketball game, and go to sleep. I don't think hexproof is anybody's favorite mechanic. Whatever. Let's just get that clock going. 4/3 with flying's pretty tough to deal with, and I get to untap with Valorous Stance. If he can't kill it immediately. And I will block. I don't love blocking here because I'm probably going to lose my guy. Oh, it's Segmented Crotic. Okay. Alright, let's rumble. That was a good draw. 4 more turns of this, and the game ends. Yeah, this is just an insane draw, too. I get to leave up Valorous Stance. I mean, I get to Surge of Righteousness, this Summit Prowler. I've got a backup Spirit token now. Go for it. Let's fight. No, Tormenting Voice. Okay. Scale Guard. That's going to allow the Glade Watcher to attack. Oh, you revealed a dragon? Ooh, Harbinger of the Hunt. I can't actually kill that with this. That gets interesting. Okay, so 2 options. I can Valorous Stance this, just kill it and get in for 4, 6, 7, which puts him dead in the air, though he will actually have enough. Or I can leave up Channel Harm. Prevent all damage to be dealt to you and permanents you control this turn by sources you don't control. And I can kill a creature. Alright, let's get this guy out of here and rumble. This should give us the win if my opponent's only play is to play the Harbinger. Then I can attack with everything, Channel Harm to kill it. I don't kill my opponent quite, but I get pretty close. So you go to 1, and there we go. All right, we did it. That was sweet. I think we won last night, too. Maybe the stream's just good luck. Did you get one? Yeah, you did. All right. And, of course, my computer, or not my computer, but Windows dies. Yeah, that was sweet. That was a fun one. Our deck was really good. I mean, almost mono white. You don't see that very often. We had to make some picks that enabled that. It wasn't like we earned that one. Remember, we didn't pick the Rakshasa Gravecaller that I didn't see, but also just sticking with those white over and over and over again. And I think it paid off. What were you guys talking about? Flunge, indeed. Yes, we flunged. Why parallels? I don't know. It just works. I've used it for a long time. Best card ever. More than Super Entity. I'm just finishing up, unfortunately, but I will still wish you a good morning. I'm getting hungry. It's 1:30. I had dinner a while ago. I went out to dinner, and now I need a snack. Chips and salsa, maybe? Could be. No, I haven't been drafting Tempest at all, really. Yeah, outcasting that equipment was really good. That deck was just absurd. I swear to God, I played... God, how many did I play? I played 4 or 5 cards today that I don't think I've played but once or nothing. I don't know. It's insane. Midnight snack. We just did the midnight draft. It's 1:30 now. Triscuits are a killer snack. Yeah, I do. I like the deck too, and I kind of like that we got to play a bunch of stuff that I finally got a chance to play. It was because I wanted to be white. That's why those cards ended up making it in. Like the equipment made it in because I wanted to be white and it was colorless. The Jeskai Barricade made it in because I wanted to be white. The Channel Harm I boarded in sometimes again because I wanted to be white. The Profound Journey because I wanted to be white. It's funny. It's like, you know, it led me down this path, but it made me play some cards I haven't really got a chance to play. I still don't think they're great, but they worked well there. Oh, I'm going to be drafting Modern Masters 15, absolutely. What should I draft, Kenyon? This thing? This is a card that Rashad BDM and I came up with when we were doing a side draft. We came up with a bunch of them. We went pretty deep on some of these. You know, Aber, I was pretty offended when they cracked those packs of Legends, but I will say that there isn't really much else to do with those. They're not draftable. That set is completely undraftable. You just can't. So. Not a snap pick. Well, no, but when you're trying to be mono white, it tends to make the cut. I mean, the card's, you know, it's a 2-for-1. Bolster, Bushido, Outlast. Oh, yeah. Chroma, Devotion, Sweep. Yeah, I mean, these cards are meant to be a joke. They're play on words for things that you say in the game, especially this guy. You have to read it out loud to fully appreciate the breadth of this beautiful design here. The goat head? It's an artifact because it's a goat head. No other draft. I'm gonna sign off now, guys. Thanks for hanging though. I had a good time. I'll probably do it. Like I said, I've been trying to do a little bit more, and I like this. I like being able to pop on, do a draft with you guys, and then you know, finish up my night or whatever. But I have a really fun time hanging out with you, and I think I'll, you know, try to work this in as a more regular thing when I can do it, whenever I'm home. But until next time, I'll see ya. We're recording at least one podcast tomorrow, maybe both. I got to talk to Ifro. We might do the other one on Friday, but LR is tomorrow for sure. So the Modern Masters set primer show is going to be up tomorrow. And then I don't know what Ifro and I are going to talk about yet, but we'll talk about something. Otherwise, I'll see you either on the stream if I fire it up at some point, but I'm leaving on Tuesday for Vegas to go prep for the GP and play poker. So I won't be streaming from there because I'll just be on my laptop, but I'll see you from coverage if I don't have a chance to stream. See you guys. Have a good